Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Elm Sports Network. I'm Andrew Chirico, and sitting with me today is the head coach of the Washington College men's soccer team, Roy Dunshee. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here.
The team has had a very impressive start with 3 straight shutout victories, which hasn't happened since 1947.
Right when I was in high school.
Wow, that's a ways back. So what stood out this early on in the season?
Defending. It's been the focus of our preseason. It was a frailty for us last year. We leaked a lot of goals, but we've worked very hard. We've got Jack Butler, who missed all of last year with an ACL injury. He's our captain, he's our best defender, and he's back and he's been playing great. Mike Holowesco, 6'5" sophomore from the Bahamas. We've had really good goalkeeping from John Wendeborn and Josh Samuels. So that's made a big difference for us, is the focus we've put on defending this year.
8 juniors either start or are receiving starters minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for one class. What kind of impact are they having on your program?
They're having a massive impact. This was the first recruiting class that I was able to bring in as a new coach. When they got here as freshmen, they all played. They had to. As sophomores, they all played a lot. And they've developed a lot of experience, and they've a lot of ups and downs. They know what it takes to win now. So the off-season preparation has been extraordinary, and that class is led by Dimitri Kaliakin, who's one of our center midfielders, and Cole Strong, Brian Wilkinson, Chris Lewandowski, Drew Thompson, John Wendeborn, who am I forgetting? Christian Cook. Good grief, I'll forget one of them and I'll hear about it later. But they've all worked so hard, 7 a.m. lifts in the off-season. They're really strong and fit, and they're experienced. They know what it takes to win in the Centennial Conference.
In the first 3 games, you've had a 8-0 margin of victory. Is there anything offensively or defensively that's kind of the strengths that's standing out for you?
Well, again, it's the central defense has been very strong, but we're getting really good attacking play from Brian Wilkinson and Chris Lewandowski. Wilkinson is a forward who's made everything else possible for us. He hasn't netted any goals yet. The goals will come, but what he's doing is facilitating the attack right now. So Chris Lewandowski has been on the board a couple of times. Cody Gray is really emerging. He's a senior. He's really turning into a top college player. So we're getting some push forward that we haven't had in the past, some real quality in our attack.
Awesome. The team opens up Centennial Conference play on September 19th as you guys go and visit Dickinson. Last season, you guys went 2-6-1 in the Centennial Conference. What are your goals and expectations for this upcoming year playing in the Centennial Conference?
We were very competitive in the conference in every game, I'd say, except 2. We were very, very close. We lost 2 in overtime. A couple were 1-goal games. We nicked 1 in overtime against Swarthmore. We beat Hopkins. But we have to be more consistent in our Centennial Conference play. In the past, I think we played a little bit nervous against some of those teams. There were 4 teams in the Centennial Conference ranked in the top 25 preseason. So to be in the top half of the Centennial Conference in men's soccer means to be in the top 25 in the country, which is a long way from where we're coming from. We've eased closer to that. We've closed the gap quite a bit. But I think now we have the experience in the team to expect to make the Centennial Conference tournament, and that will be the first time in school history that we've done it.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Dunshee, and good luck with your remainder of the season.
Thank you, Andrew.